Today we will travel to Seoul, South Korea and explore Gyeonghuigung Palace, a soothing royal palace harmonizing with the beauty of nature. On this trip, we will experience the grand, rich history of Gyeonghuigung and the earthly paradise of the palace. Shall we begin? Gyeonghuigung Palace was constructed in 1617 during the reign of Gyeonghuigung, the 15th king of Joseon. A sorcerer told Gyeonghuigung that there is a spirit of the king at the site of Gyeonghuigung, warning that a new king might appear in the future. In order to suppress the spirit, Gyeonghuigung decided to build the palace. The original site before the construction of the palace used to be the house of King Injo's father. Injo is the king who eradicated Gyeonghuigung and took the throne, becoming the new king. Turns out, what the sorcerer told was true, and despite the construction of Gyeonghuigung, Gyeonghuigung was dethroned. The first gate we face is Honghamun, the main gate of the palace. The Honghamun gate was used as a place for discussing public opinion. King Yeongjo would take his son, Prince Sado, to the gate to listen to the people's public opinion. In 1932, the gate was removed from the original site by the Japanese government during the Japanese invasion and then restored back to its location in 1988. This is Seungjeongmun, the gate we have to pass before entering Seungjeongjeon. While going up the stairs, we can meet Hete, a mythical animal that represents justice. It can distinguish the right and wrong doings and often believed to protect the palace from evil spirits. Seungjeongjeon is the main hall of the palace. King Gyeongjong, Cheongjo, Hunjong had their enthronement ceremonies in this hall. In this hall, the king would meet his subjects in the morning and arrange official ceremonies such as royal feasts for foreign diplomats. The subjects, government officials, would stand by the rectangular stones called Pumgaesok, regarding their rank status. The government officials with the highest status stood closer to the king. There are two dragons carved in wood on the ceiling of Seungjeongjeon, which symbolize the king. Behind the king's throne is a painting called 일월 오학병. The sun and the moon represents yin and yang, and the 5 mountains, water, and sky symbolize the universe. This means that the king is the central leader of the universe, or at least the proxy of the universe. This is Jajeongmun Gate, which is a gate we have to pass in order to see a more private part of the palace. This is Jajeongjeon, which was used as the king's private living room. The king would hold meetings with the government officials and supervise academic competitions. There are many small private places in Gyeonghuigung. Like this, finding the hidden green treasure of nature is the charm of Gyeonghuigung. The Gyeonghi Palace has a painful history of being distorted and annihilated by the Japanese in the Japanese invasion era. It is a small palace compared to other palaces in Korea, but many of its buildings, nearly as 47 of them, were destructed at that era with only 6 buildings remaining in the site today. The nature seems to fill in the vacant, painful history of the palace with green life and bring remedy to the palace. So we can encounter small nature moments that makes us feel as if we are in a secret garden. Gyeonghuigung is unique in that it was built to reflect the beauty and the soul of nature. There are many Eurasian magpie birds in the small forests of Gyeonggi Palace. These birds usually mean good luck in South Korean culture, especially if they sing. I hope you guys also have a good luck today. It's interesting how such a place full of green nature can be located in the middle of an artificial city. Oh look, there's a red squirrel running. This is Taedongjeon, located in a more private area of the palace. This had no designated use, but it was renovated in 1744, the 20th year of King Yeongjo. Later, King Yeongjo's portrait was given its special place after the death of the king. This is Seoam, a rock located behind the Taedongjeon. Seoam was very well known for its small fountain, and still to this day the water flows. I wonder if there is something special about that water. To Koreans, it was very important to have artificial architecture harmonize with nature and not invading or distorting it. This is a great example of the coexistence of nature and architecture. Also, legend has it that Seoam was called Wangam, which meant the king's rock, even before the palace was built. I guess the site was destined to become a palace. Now it is time to head back to where we started. Exploring the Gyeonghuigung Palace was like walking through a serene forest, bringing healing to the mind and heart, far away from the congested city. Did you enjoy the trip? I hope so.